Hello friends, today on Manchimargam, we will discuss how Hyderabad real estate has fallen from its peak and will continue to fall to the bottom because it has outgrown itself in these 3 or 4 years. It took last 9 years the market was on its turbo mode and has not seen back. Due to this irresponsible growth, logicless growth, Hyderabad market is in doldrums today. Acceptance of present situation of Hyderabad is a big challenge that real estate people face today. The acceptance of reality has never been a factor for real estate people. Even though the real estate was falling from past 2 years, they have claimed that post-COVID, the real estate has seen boom. I want to ask simple question. During Corona, that was about 2 years, people's income and average income was below the standard one. Means the people who used to earn a certain sum of money could not earn even that money. When there is a question of survival of human lives or a personal life, how come people saved money during that time? And how come people started investing after Corona? This is a contra wave where people were fighting to save their lives and their families' lives, and suddenly after Corona, people started investing into real estate because they were silent for 2 years. Both logics don't match. Naturally, the real estate logic also lacks depth. So that means the growth that Hyderabad has seen is totally manufactured growth by collusion of government, that is state government of Telangana, and builders of Telangana. These two entities have joined hands to make mockery of the real estate scene in Hyderabad. If the culprit is a private one, any government can take action. But if the culprit is government itself, state government has in hand and glove with real estate people and made this situation pathetic in Telangana. The artificial growth that the real estate consortium wanted was fulfilled by state government itself. The quid pro quo policy of the state government prompted private entities to ask state government to go for auctions or raise land prices by conducting auctions at places where they needed some boost. That means private agencies have paid some individuals in the government to conduct HMD auctions so that the land brought by the touts of state government and private entities can get a boost with an auction. And the crimes created by or crimes done by the state government itself are so pathetic and great that to conduct an inquiry into all these crimes is difficult at present. Any city or a place has a logic for its growth. The Mumbai real estate has grown because of its restricted space. Delhi market is stagnant and the Noida market is also stagnant because the area allocated for growth has surpassed its existing population. The places like Mohali, places like Pune and Jaipur are seeing a staggered growth or stunted growth. Even Chennai is cautious about its growth. Even Bangalore has space related problem or expansion related problem. Due to this, there may be some escalation in prices in Bangalore. But comparing Bangalore and Hyderabad is most pathetic thing a person can do. Bangalore's state borders are hardly 20 kilometers away from other states, 20 to 50 kilometers away. But when you compare Hyderabad, if you reach 100 plus or 200 plus kilometers, you will get other state borders. The scope for expansion in Hyderabad is great. But the intention of the bodies which are associated with growth of Hyderabad are criminal in nature, or the policies are made to intimidate people to buy real estate quickly. Otherwise, they were threatened that in coming days the prices will escalate. But this didn't happen. The anti-people's policy of the last government, that is BRS government, which used to mock people for their inability to buy houses for themselves or plot of land to build their houses. Being a chief minister, K. Chandrasekhar Rao has openly mocked people of his own state that they should get away from Hyderabad because they are not enabled or that they are not able to buy lands in and around Hyderabad. Such open mockery of his position, the open threats given by the last chief minister has prompted people of Telangana to vote against him. But unfortunately, the settlers in Telangana, that is in Hyderabad, has given a free hand to last chief minister to rig prices in and around Hyderabad. So, in an attempt to thank him, they have voted BRS candidates in and around Hyderabad, especially Hyderabad Twin Cities and Rangareddy. But a practical people's mandate around Telangana is anti-BRS. So, the Hyderabad real estate scene has seen some pathetic episodes of law mockery, moral mockery, and social mockery of social justice in the name of development. If you observe GDP of Telangana state, most of the GDP is made up of real estate transactions. The gross domestic product does not represent each and every bit of the business done in Telangana. But most of the lion's share is allocated to real estate and related industries. There are some moral questions to be asked for this rapid development. Averaging the GDP or yearly income of individuals of Telangana is a manufactured one and a fractured one, because the annual income of an individual in a particular area varies even 50 to 60% less than the adjacent districts. So the average income is not universal or uniform. It's wavy. So if you want to believe what a average person earns in Telangana is the figures quoted by the government, you are making mockery of your GK or general knowledge, or mockery of your intelligence itself. Depending on the data provided by state government is not authentic. If you compare the state government's data and the central government's data, both vary. The Human Development Index in Telangana is at the bottom, and gross incomes according to state government of an individual of Telangana is at the top. So how can the person who is earning the topmost salary or topmost income in India and his Human Development Index is at the bottom of Indian index? Both don't match. That means the rich is getting richer in Telangana and the poor and the middle class is getting into a lower category. Means he is going down and under. That means a few individuals are making tons of money due to a favorable policy of a government, and the rest of the population is suffering due to its onslaught of policies that are not uniform for the society. So if you observe the growth of Hyderabad, it does not mirror the growth of Telangana. The state's development is a tweaked one, whereas the Hyderabad's development can be seen in numbers, and the numbers don't match with Human Development Index. That is the first point. When Human Development Index, that means education, health, and other social causes have been at the bottom end, and the incomes of individuals are top end. So why the hell people of Telangana are not getting happy over the policies of the government, and the Human Development Index is at the bottom? All these 9 years, the focus was in how a government makes money on taxes or on real estate or on excise items like liquor. The focus was on making money on taxpayer and distributing the taxpayers' money to the what you call electoral politics. That means taxpayers' money was splurged on buying votes. All these factors which were manufactured and were built over hollow structures was set to collapse, and the real estate was to become a first victim. The real estate sustenance was due to policy and hand in glove nature of the government. The arrogance of the last government for last 9 years paved the way to shift in governance by electing a new party to rule over Telangana. The shift in government and the shift in policy has made Hyderabad a battleground for implementation of new policies. The victimization or victim's card played by the last government has not gone well into the general public nor with the newly elected government. So the people who have played with the emotions and the wealth and make mockery of their own people are set to get a big jolt in the form of new government. The financial irregularities of the last government was and will be linked to the present real estate situation in the state or Hyderabad. The money inflow and outflow will bring black sheep out of the sleep in Hyderabad. Lot of real estate's black funds were used to siphon off money from one entity to different in order to mask those black marks. The real estate industry was definitely connected and well connected with black market, black marketeers and black money. So naturally, the average citizen of this state could not participate in development of Telangana's economy. Telangana's economy, or especially Hyderabad's economy, was growing by keeping the common man away from all these developments. The common man could not feel the vibes of development. So he changed the government itself. When government changes, there will be tectonic shift in the policies of the present government and the last government. The present government is all set to regulate real estate markets that have gone out of bound for a common citizen. Lot of industrial projects which are granted to those industries by taking commission are all set to blow up the situation. Lot of industries have been allocated land just to promote real estate. They were handed over hundreds of crores of rupees of land to set up an industry which has not set up a brick for last 3 to 4 years. So ultimately the land allocated to the particular industry will be converted into a commercial one and we will be resold as a private property. The land allocated for a purpose, that is creating employment for people of Telangana, was stalled intentionally to make way for private individuals who have got land to make that land into a commercial entity or a real estate entity and later sell it out for market prices. So there was lot of mockery of law, quid pro quo, and intentional criminal act of the last government, because the last government knew that the legality of allocation of lands and the artificial growth will not stand a legal verification in future. They thought that the coming government will ignore all these irregularities and continue in its own way. But an unfortunate incident happened with the last government, and the new government started investigating into irregularities. The irregularities were in the form of land allocation, fund allocation, and out of turn allocation of big pieces or big parcels of land to certain individuals who were near and dear to the last government. Open desecration of law and shameless execution of their will prompted individuals and the voters of Telangana to kick the last government out of power. If the last government has become victims of its own policies, naturally the brother or the stepbrother of the government, that is real estate, is all set to suffer in the state of Telangana in the form of Hyderabad. And the first victim of the whole real estate scene will be seen in West Hyderabad. Most of the NRI friends were dreaming about tons of profits that will be generated for next 10 years. But the abrupt shift in government and the last government going out of power has made mockery of their dreams. Most of the NRIs don't have even knowledge that what's the thing that is running on ground in Hyderabad. They are still floating in a cloud where they think that the land prices and real estate is an autopilot mode. Most of the politicians are speaking like this. The real estate scene in Hyderabad is on autopilot mode, it seems. But the autopilot mode has something else on its mind. The real estate prices are crashing in an autopilot mode. That is the reality. If the NRS don't change their mindset and float in a cloud where they think that still the growth is on autopilot, I am concerned about their knowledge of real estate and their risk awareness. Each and every individual who has made a lot of money during last 7 to 8 years should get some alerts. That's why I am making this video. Through this video, I want to convey a simple and straight message to NRIs, especially Telugu NRIs who have invested tons of money in Hyderabad, that their time is up. Now the real estate scene in Hyderabad has completely changed and transformed. The money that they have made from last 9 years has a full stop now, and the full stop is the present government. Now, from now onwards, the Hyderabad's real estate growth will be an organic one or a negative one. Organic one will be at the places where the last government has ignored, and the falling one will be at the places where the last government has focused on development by leaving other places as orphans. The orphan places will have a good time from now onwards, and the adopted areas will have a hard time to face in next 5 to 10 years. My advice to NRIs and the people who are blinded by the artificial growth is, kindly subscribe to the reality. The reality is on the board. It's time to open your eyes and read the reality that is written on the board. It says, from now onwards, real estate will grow at a pace or an organic pace of 5 to 10 to 15% max per year, which is giving an average yield less than a fixed deposit. So the people who were flying in a cloud or floating in a cloud, that they will get a 10% return in 2 or 3 years, or they were habituated to get those returns, should have a crystal clear mindset that the days are gone. You should bet on 10% growth max during a financial year if you invest in a real estate or a property. Or you should be ready for a negative growth if you have already invested from past 2 or 3 years. The people who have invested from past 2 or 3 years will see a negative growth, the fall in the value of the property, the fall in the value of their asset, and the asset may regrow to the present stage in the next 3 or 5 years. So whatever they invested past 2 years, they will get their amount back in next 5 years. So the growth is absolutely zero for the people who have invested from last 1 or 2 years. Still, the time is not up. There are few green shoots available in Hyderabad. Kindly make up your mind. Sell your properties for 10 or 20% less. You will be saved by the crash or massacre that will happen in Hyderabad real estate market from now onwards. Hyderabad real estate, West Hyderabad market will see a 60% fall or massacre in front of your eyes in next 6 months to 1 year. And it will have a deep impact on investing pattern in real estate. So my advice, open your eyes, clear your mind, don't make your bin a memory disk that has old memories. The times have changed. Refresh your brain, get back to the right position and start investing in real estate with an outlook of 10% to 8% per year. If you are satisfied and if you can do it, you can survive in real estate market in Hyderabad. If you don't allow yourself to get educated and remain an educated illiterate, then you have to face the music of the present situation. I hope people who have invested and are willing to invest in Hyderabad will have a good time if they follow my suggestions. If you like my video, please share, subscribe and like my videos. Namaste.